Peter Knego here for Midship Cinema on the most supremely elegant, beautiful ship afloat today, the original Sea Cloud, built by Marjorie Merriweather Post and her financier husband, E.F. Hutton, as a private yacht. She's now sailing on cruises, deluxe cruises, around the Mediterranean and the Caribbean. We're now in the lounge. Look behind me, there's a gorgeous painting of the Sea Cloud. This was actually given to the ship by Dina Merrill, who was a very famous movie star. She was a daughter of Marjorie Merriweather Post and E.F. Hutton, and she grew up on this ship as a child. Her parents didn't want her kidnapped like the Lindbergh child was and murdered, so they kept her safe. They put a tutor on board, and it was quite a festive life. So anyway, let me take you through here. This is all still the original paneling that was on the ship from the beginning. And this is the dining room, which has a series of beautiful oil paintings. It's all set up for dinner tonight. And by the way, this is the turnaround time on the ship. So I'm very lucky to be here before the other guests arrive. So I'm going to take you through this quickly, and we'll probably do some more work in here later. But look at these beautiful paintings. I believe that's San Francisco. I believe that one is Boston over there. Anyway, just look at this. And they had to go through a lot to keep the ship SOLAS compliant with the woodwork. It was quite a deal, but they actually took all of the paneling off and treated it with fireproof materials and then reinstalled it to meet the standards. So anyway, come on down. This is really, really special where I'm going to take you, because in an hour or so it's going to be occupied by guests. And these are the original cabins that were built for the Sea Cloud itself. There's a lot of other cabins that were put on the ship later when she became a cruise ship, but these are from her original days as a private yacht. It's just stunning that something like this still exists, and it's not only preserved, it's still in service. You can sail on this ship. So in this private vestibule between cabins 1 and 2, Sea Cloud Cruises was able to get a hold of some of the original china and serviceware for the ship, all these beautiful gold-plated bits of service that were on the ship in the beginning. Very, very lovely. Now, cabin 1, Marjorie Merriweather Post. And I think this is probably the most beautiful cabin at sea. Look at all the gold leaf touches. The mirrors are original, as is the chandelier and all of the carvings, the plaster and the ceiling. A lot of the furniture was added later. These are not necessarily original pieces, but they're true to Marjorie Merriweather Post's taste and style. If you pan over here, Mike, get this mirror with the inlays. It's absolutely stunning. Incredible. And this is original to the ship, as is the fireplace, but of course it's not a functioning fireplace. You can't do that on a ship these days. Now come on in here, and again another mirror with this beautiful inlay. Just incredible that it's still here. The bathroom, which in itself is a marvelous creation. This bathroom, I'm told that this is actually Marjorie Merriweather Post's original settee, so that's very cool. It's still here, her makeup table, and this tap. But anyway, this has been an inspiration for a lot of the decor that they've added to the ship in latter years. And of course, she had her own marble bathtub, and it's a huge bathroom. But of course, this is the biggest private yacht in the world at one time. And how about that? It's a swan, as is apparently this. So we're leaving cabin 1, which has a more feminine style of decor, because it was Marjorie Merriweather Post. And we will cross the private vestibule to cabin number 2, or I should say suite number 2. And this was originally E.F. Hutton's suite. Welcome in. Very masculine. It looks like a hunting lodge or something from the early 30s. That's very male-oriented, a smoking room on one of the old ocean liners, perhaps. And this was the F. Hutton's abode. There's a walk-in closet over here. And Mr. Hutton had his own fireplace. And look at this gorgeous carved walnut here. And a palatial bathroom, but not quite up to the same standards as Mrs. Hutton. Right, now you've seen the two top cabins, but now we're going to go see where the guests of Marjorie Merriweather Post and E.F. Hutton stayed when they would go on their private cruises. Follow me. So what's really nice is this part of the ship has its own lobby area where guests can just, if they want to escape the cabin for a bit and sit out, they can read and enjoy where they are. These cabins, this is number 3 and number 4. 3 is on the starboard side. Most of the furnishings are not original, but the layout and the bathrooms, all of that are original. And these were for the guests of the Huttons. Here's cabin number 4 on the port side. And these cabins, all except one, have fireplaces and a private bathtub. I'll let you get in there and get the shot there. Now we're going to leave cabin number 4 and continue aft, but what a pleasure and a privilege it is to have access to all of these before the guests arrive. Again, a lovely little sitting area in between the cabins, a little foyer. Okay, now we're going to go on to the starboard side, cabin number 5. But look at this gorgeous painting of the sea cloud. Palatial bathrooms with the marble and the granite surfacing, all the nice detail work, and gold-plated taps, of course. That's sort of a signature of Sea Cloud cruises. They have gold-plated taps on the Sea Cloud 2 and the Sea Cloud Spirit, their newer ships. Okay, Mike, follow me to the port side to cabin number 6. As you can see, these are getting a bit smaller. They're not quite on the same level as the first 2, but they're still very lovely. And these are very hard to get. Now this one's an exception because it has a shower instead of a bathtub. If you pan to the left, yeah. So now we're heading to another very, very special suite or cabin on the aft starboard side. This is number 7, lucky number 7, which was Dina Merrill's cabin as a child when she grew up on the ship. And the nice thing is, later on, she came back to sail on the ship when it was running for Sea Cloud Cruises. And she was very lovely from all accounts. And here it is. Again, the nice wood paneling, beautiful fireplace, and another palatial bathroom. With the full tub. But we're not quite through. Number 8 on the port side is the last of the original suites for the Sea Cloud's guests. This is a very nice one as well. And it's got a lot of the gorgeous plasterwork. These are so beautiful. They're like a fine European hotel. It's almost like something you would get in a hotel from the 19th century in Vienna or someplace like that. We're going to go to the very aft cabins, which were not for the guests, they were for the help. We're going up a little staircase because this is built into the schooner stern of the ship. Very fine lines of the sea cloud. On the starboard side is the space that was originally occupied by Dina Merrill's tutor, who came along with the ship on all of its voyages and taught Dina Merrill. She was homeschooled, basically. So all of the decor is newly added, but if you've ever been on the Sea Cloud 2 or the Sea Cloud Spirit, it's very similar in style to the cabins and staterooms on that ship. So you go through the walk-in closet here, you have to step down, be careful. And this one actually has a bathtub with a step up to it. Again, this was not original, but it's a very nice touch. Okay, we're going to wrap up this deck now with cabin number 10. This has been rebuilt into a very nice cabin.
And of course, our full 4K deck tour will feature all the rest of Sea Cloud and her fascinating history. Please stay tuned, because we've barely even scratched the surface here. And thank you for watching. Also, of course, if you enjoyed this, please hit like, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thanks again.